So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down. This defense for the Jags, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. Julio Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead or try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Jaguars at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On second down, ETN once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Another tote for Etienne. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's complete. Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down? Here we go!
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is going to be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They go play action now. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Desmond King back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You let them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Man open, here's Jones. Touchdown, Houston. Julio Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On play action, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. On the counter, Etienne. He's got it to the 43 here.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Green brings it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. And they'll run with Etienne. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Etienne. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run with Etienne. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Up and good for Santoso. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5. Ultimately, they set up for just a field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And for third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be? He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by K'Lavon Chason. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Julio Jones. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Chad Muma. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
It's caught at the 1, and he'll get into the end zone to push the lead out to the field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Foyesade American. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that offense trying to erase chase that deficit, get a little bit closer here, and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the hole and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point up and good from Santoso. And I think this is a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Chad Muma. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 6. Strike 2. Ready.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what kind of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the... And now here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down to that that sets up a 1st and goal. Etienne once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Etienne up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Ready. The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give to Etienne running right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll go again with Etienne. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
131 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the reception made by Green. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Walks off the field. They can do so with their heads held. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jaguars, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.